Welcome to this deep exploration of human resilience. Through 10 portraits of men and women with extraordinary destinies, we discover how the will transcends physical limits. These accounts are sources of universal inspiration and reflection. Number 10. Pratik Vital Mohit, the miniature bodybuilding giant. Pratik Vital Mohit, originally from Maharashtra, India, is an exceptional athlete who transformed his existence into a true legend of world sport. Standing at just 1.02 meters, he was officially recognized in 2021 by Guinness World Records as the world's shortest competitive bodybuilder. Born with unusually short limbs, doctors initially feared he would never be able to walk independently. But Pratik defied all pessimistic medical predictions through his sheer will. Inspired by his uncle, he began training rigorously in 2012, facing bodybuilding equipment unsuited to his morphology and social prejudices. After participating in more than 40 national competitions, he became an influential mentor, proving that physical stature in no way limits the scope of personal ambition. His exemplary journey is a powerful reminder that while height may be small, dreams and determination must remain immense. His iron discipline and international success make him an invaluable source of inspiration for all athletes. Number 9. Ram Singh Chauhan, Patience as a Cultural Monument. Ram Singh Chauhan, a native of Jaipur, India, embodies a form of devotion unique in the world that commands admiration. Holder of the official Guinness record for the longest mustache on the planet, his facial hair extends to an incredible length of over 5.6 meters. This spectacular result is not a matter of chance, but the fruit of over 40 years of unwavering commitment started in the 1970s. For Ram, his mustache goes far beyond a simple record of curiosity. It is a powerful symbol of a cultural heritage where facial hair represents masculinity, honor, and ancestral tradition. Maintaining such a structure requires rigorous daily discipline. He uses specific natural oils, performs meticulous brushing, and must carefully wrap it every night to avoid any structural damage. This iconic appearance opens the doors to global celebrity, including appearances on international television and a memorable role in the James Bond film Octopussy. His exemplary dedication proves that infinite patience always leads to well-deserved and lasting international glory. This Indian patriarch commands respect for his extraordinary daily perseverance. In a society obsessed with instant gratification, he proves that greatness can be achieved slowly, inch by inch, through perseverance and a deep respect for one's roots. Number 8. David Aguilar, Building the Future, One Piece at a Time. David Aguilar, originally from Andorra, was born without a right forearm, but fiercely refused to allow this physical difference to define his personal limits. Using his overflowing imagination and passion for Lego, he built his own functional prosthesis entirely out of plastic bricks. What began as simple childhood play became a feat of modern engineering. As a teenager, he designed the MK1, a robotic arm equipped with movable joints and a motorized gripper using the Lego Technic line. Inspired by Iron Man's armor, David never stopped perfecting his creations, moving from the MK2 to the MK4, with each version being more advanced, precise, and functional than the last. His story became a global phenomenon, leading him to give prestigious conferences and collaborate directly with the Lego brand to inspire other young people. His creative genius transforms ordinary toys into revolutionary medical tools, essential for the autonomy of people with disabilities. David has become an essential icon of modern bioengineering for youth. Today, a brilliant student of bioengineering, His dream is to design affordable prosthetics for children worldwide. David perfectly illustrates the power of the innovative spirit. He transformed what others considered a weakness into his greatest strength, proving that our differences do not define us, but rather how we overcome them shapes our future. Number 7. Radhakrishnan Velu, the supremacy of will over matter. Radhakrishnan Velu, affectionately nicknamed King Tooth in Malaysia, pushed the boundaries of the possible by pulling a 7-carriage train weighing over 260 tons using only the strength of his jaw. This feat, which earned him a place of honor in the Guinness World Records, is not an illusion or a magic trick, but the result of years of physical and mental training of rare intensity. Under the tutelage of a renowned Indian guru, he learned to channel his inner strength, a discipline that goes far beyond conventional weightlifting. For Velu, every performance is an act of motivation, intended to inspire others to discover their own hidden potential. He maintains that true strength lies not in muscle fibers, but in the clarity of the spirit. This Herculean strength is based on a spiritual concentration of unheard-of depth that defies the classical laws of physics. His mental perseverance illustrates the infinite capacity of man to master matter. His journey is a raw demonstration of what a human being can achieve when they manage to harmonize mental focus with physical capabilities. King Tooth does not just seek glory. He seeks to prove that the human will is a force of nature capable of moving mountains, or, in his case, massive trains. Number 6. Chirag Paulia, body fluidity as an art form. Chirag Paulia, originally from India and known as Rubber Boy, possesses a supernatural flexibility that leaves observers and even healthcare professionals in total disbelief. His ability to bend his body into complex positions, rotate his head 180 degrees, and twist his torso into impossible angles earned him the nickname, the man without bones. This gift is not just genetic. Chirag began practicing yoga at the age of 5 with exemplary daily rigor. What is fascinating is that doctors find no pathological medical condition to explain this extreme flexibility. It is pure talent, refined by years of relentless dedication. Despite his celebrity on social media and appearances on Indian television channels, Chirag remains a young man deeply anchored in his spiritual practice. Every fluid movement testifies to a perfect harmony between the physical body and the higher spirit, capable of incredible feats. Chirag transforms physical effort into a form of pure visual and spiritual art. For him, yoga is not a display of contortionism, but a quest for inner peace and discipline. His journey proves that extraordinary talent is born from passion and an indomitable spirit, making him a source of inspiration for the world's youth regarding the virtues of work and self-mastery. Number 5. Jiang Yanchen, straightening destiny despite pain. The story of Jiang Yanchen, nicknamed the Folded Man in Shandong, China, is one of the most moving and inspiring of our time. Suffering from severe ankylosing spondylitis, his spine curved so radically backward that his head almost touched the lower part of his back, reducing his height to less than 1 meter. This condition turned every second of his life into a physical ordeal, forcing him to study on his knees or lying down, and to take his university exams on a yoga mat. However, his spirit never wavered, and he succeeded in entering Dezhou University to study electrical engineering. In 2023, thanks to the immense courage of Dr. Wang Yu's team, Jiang underwent a series of high-risk surgeries aimed at breaking and realigning his spine. The miracle happened. His 180-degree curvature was reduced to 90 degrees. This spectacular anatomical straightening constitutes a true feat for contemporary medicine and world-class orthopedic surgery. This miracle of science restores hope to millions of people with disabilities. His journey is a symbol of the victory of the human spirit over the cruelest adversity, a lesson in faith and perseverance for anyone facing trials that seem totally insurmountable. Number 4. José Serrano, the triumph of innovation and compassion. José Serrano, a young boy from Ciudad Juárez, Mexico, had to face a terrifying reality from birth. A massive vascular tumor called a venous lymphangioma, larger than his own head, was developing on his neck and shoulder. This relentless growth threatened his vital functions, making breathing, eating, and sleeping extremely difficult in his daily life. For years, his family sought help without success, until American missionaries discovered his critical case. Thanks to a wave of solidarity and massive community donations, José was transported to New Mexico. A team of 25 medical specialists performed a dangerous 12-hour operation. A fascinating medical detail: the doctors used Viagra before the operation to reduce the size of the blood vessels feeding the tumor, thereby minimizing the risk of fatal hemorrhage. The international wave of solidarity literally saved the life of this brave child, who can now look forward to a bright future. His miraculous healing is a hymn to universal human generosity. The intervention was a resounding success. Today, José can breathe freely, stand tall, and return to school. His story is much more than a medical feat. It is a testament to the bravery of a child and the power of human compassion, capable of transforming a tragedy into a new beginning. Number 3. Liu Jie, silent dignity in the face of deformity. Liu Jie, a 56-year-old Chinese farmer, lived for more than 10 years with a colossal lipoma, a benign but extremely invasive fatty tumor on his neck. Although this mass reached proportions that hindered his daily movements and severely impacted his quality of life, Liu refused to let himself be defined by his physical condition. Instead of isolating himself socially, he faced this challenge head-on, maintaining activity and presence within his community with a resilience that commands universal respect. His journey is an illustration of the strength of character necessary to bear not only the physical weight of such a condition, but also the social weight of the gaze of others. His mental strength in the face of invisible disability commands the respect of everyone who crosses his courageous path every day. His stoic patience testifies to a truly exceptional and moving nobility of soul. Liu Jie embodies silent perseverance. He never let despair extinguish his fierce will to live. His story reminds us that the human capacity to endure the most difficult trials is limitless, and that dignity does not depend on physical appearance, but on inner strength and faith in a better future, despite chronic bodily limitations. Number 2. Richard Keel, the greatness of soul of a cinematic giant. Richard Keel remains in memory as one of the most imposing and charismatic actors in film history, famous for his role as Jaws in the James Bond classics. Standing at 2.18 meters, 7 feet 2 inches, due to acromegaly, a rare hormonal condition, he knew how to use his stature to forge a unique and legendary career. However, behind this intimidating appearance hid a man of immense sweetness and great piety. Born in Detroit in 1939, Richard had to overcome the physical challenges linked to his exceptional growth. For his role as Jaws, he had to wear extremely painful steel teeth that made speaking almost impossible, a sacrifice he accepted for the love of his profession. His legendary kindness contrasted magnificently with his imposing physical stature on screen, making him a very beloved personality. His immense talents transcended the simple physical characteristics of his condition. Beyond Bond, he shone in films like Happy Gilmore, showing remarkable comedic talent. Off-screen, he was a dedicated husband, an accomplished author, and a man of faith. Passing away in 2014, his legacy lives on not only through his iconic performances, but also through the example he set, that of a man who knew how to transform a physical difference into a source of global inspiration. Number 1. Stephen Peat, navigating a world without an alarm signal. Stephen Peat, originally from Washington State, possesses what some might consider a superpower, but which is actually a constant mortal danger. He feels no physical pain. Suffering from congenital insensitivity to pain, Stephen has spent his life suffering serious injuries without even realizing it. As a child, he bit his tongue until it bled and walked on a fractured leg for days without shedding a single tear. This condition had tragic consequences in his life, notably the loss of his twin brother, Chris, who suffered from the same pathology. For Stephen, the absence of pain is not a blessing, as pain is the vital alarm system of our body. Living without the signal of pain requires absolute intellectual vigilance to prevent serious and often invisible bodily accidents. His awareness mission now educates the world about this little-known condition. Without it, a simple cut can become a deadly infection, and a broken bone can cause irreparable damage. Today, he dedicates his life to raising public awareness about this rare condition, explaining that physical suffering, although unpleasant, is essential for human survival. His journey is a lesson on the fragility of life and the courage necessary to live each day in a body that never warns you of danger. Number 11. A moment of unforeseen cases. In the legends of a distant village, the story is told of two protectors with unique characteristics. One, gifted with an exceptional stature, served as a lookout to protect his community from dangers on the horizon. The other, thanks to an extraordinary sensory perception, knew how to guide his people to vital resources. This imaginary account celebrates diversity and reminds us that every uniqueness can become a precious strength. A poetic exploration of difference and harmony within legendary cultures. These 10 exceptional destinies remind us that human diversity is an inexhaustible source of strength.